Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And over the next couple of weeks, I think there's going to be a lot of chatter about tax the rich, raise taxes on corporations. I just want to have an honest discussion with you, an honest realization that the Fed, the Federal Reserve, and the government, I guess, have already started extracting the largest silent tax increase of my adult life. And the problem about the tax increases that we are all suffering through today is that we all pay them. What I, of course, talking about is inflation. Inflation is or has been created because there has been so many dollars created, so many dollars injected into the economy, whether it was in the form of buying mortgage-backed securities, buying junk bonds, or at least a couple of times buying ETFs. This, of course, is not a US phenomenon. This is a worldwide phenomenon. But I just want to acknowledge that it is going on. We got CPI this week, 5.2%, if memory serves. We had Producer Price Index, or PPI, last week, I believe, at 8.2%. We are all paying more. And it might feel good in the moment when you have a wage increase, but I would ask you this much. When you look at your increased wages versus what you are paying for food, groceries, rent, healthcare, childcare, clothes, inflation is real, and it has been induced by the government. There's going to be talk about 3.5 trillion and of course another 1 trillion for a total of 4.5 trillion dollars. They are going to try to tell you that the rich are going to pay for it. Do we really believe that? Really? Is that what are we that gullible? I want to tell you that another $4.5 trillion injected into this economy would only exacerbate supply issues. It would only create more demand. We need to take a pause. We need to see if it's like a car that's backfired. We turned off our economy. We turned off our car. It sat unused for months. When you get into the car and you try to fire it back up, it kind of fits and starts and coughs and makes all kinds of noise. But what I am seeing now is the people don't want to come on and just see if the car will get going itself, get the engine keep going. Instead, they want to just throw more gasoline and more oil and more this and more that at the car, and the car is probably fine. The American economy is the largest economy in the world. We have already shoved so much money, dollars, into it. Let it breathe. We have had record like $1 trillion in the overnight lending market, just lots of unnatural things, and we want to inject another $4.5 trillion. All it will do is it will spur more demand. It will exacerbate supply chain issues. It will feel good in the moment. Yes, you'll be able to wave the flag that the taxes on the rich go up, but you and I know that ain't going to move the needle a dime. You and I, when we go to the grocery store, it will go up. If we used to go to the grocery store, it was $200, now it's $250, it'll be $350. Here in California, gas is over $5. What's it going to be, over $7? Inflation is the largest tax we all pay. And to hear the powers that be in their little white dress with big red letters that say tax the rich, that is so disingenuous. The people that can least afford this are suffering. If you are bouncing around the bottom, just staying above the poverty line, it's like they're adding more rocks to your backpack, right? There was an old analogy I used to use as a sales manager, right? Salespeople have very hard jobs. They're asked to climb that mountain, sell that product, and as marketing and professional services and all of these things, if you want to take time away from our sales team, help them. Remove rocks from their backpack. Don't add rocks. Don't make them do more stuff. Right now, the federal government is lying. They're saying we are going to tax the rich to pay for this $4.5 trillion. They need to chill out and turn off the printing press. They need to figure out, can the economy survive with the trillions that they've already spent? If they don't, they are going to start up projects when we already don't have labor. Go talk to construction. Go talk to these other labor positions and jobs. There's nobody. And what are they going to do? They're going to start building bridges and tunnels and reservoirs with ghosts or robots or something? And then, do we really need more competition for cement and lumber and copper and all these things? I am very concerned. I believe that most of us are going to hear the tax the rich and we're going to be excited. We're going to cheer, yeah, get those people. And not realize what you have just done is you have signed up for higher rent, higher food costs, higher gas, higher wages. That's a good one. Higher wages. We are going to have a decade of inflation. The 1940s, if you don't know, the average inflation for the 40s was 6%. The average inflation for the 70s, which probably most of my viewers are too young to remember, at least remember in detail, was over 8%. 1970s. It wasn't that long ago. The United States was 8% inflation. We're sitting at somewhere between 5 and 10% today. Certainly inflation will remain high the rest of the year. And if the government approves another $4.5 trillion, we are signing up for years of inflation north of 5%. So do me a favor. When you hear people talk about raising taxes on the rich, just know that that tax is going to show up in your grocery bill, in your gas tank, in your rent, in your clothes, in your health care. Think about it. So the rich can afford inflation. It won't affect them at all. But can you? Can I? There's a lot of people that are not going to do well with inflation running north of 5% for years to come. And that's what Biden wants. Biden wants more spending now. It's not going to come without a cost. That cost will be inflation, and inflation is a tax that we all pay. Every single one of us. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So it's Friday. Enjoy the weekend. If you're interested in real estate investing, buy the course below. Do the work. Get your buy box, network, all of that good stuff. Take care of yourself. Remember, no live stream tomorrow. No student live stream. I'm doing a super secret project on Saturday that I hopefully will tell you about on Sunday. Bye.